Welcome back inside the Homburg Center at St. Mary's University, where me and Cecil are joined by about 1,000, 1,500 of our closest friends for this one between Nova Scotia and BC. It's been a tale of two games so far, Cecil. First, BC came out and they were dominant. Then Nova Scotia kind of settled down, got the nerves out, and came back.
Well, BC, we talked about Karnik, about how dangerous he is when he gets the ball in the paint, and there you see some work. And then they got their shooting game going from long distance. Couple threes right here. Then, of course, you know, with their length and athleticism, they're able to use that to their advantage to get a block. But Case Tynes seemed to ignite Nova Scotia. There's Nate Darling with the pull-up jumper. And there's another one from deep. This one running to the hoop. And this one at the buzzer to send Nova Scotia into the locker room with a one-point advantage. 24-23.
Nate Darling, 3 3-pointers and 14 points. He's got all of the three-pointers for Team Nova Scotia. You look at the stats there at halftime, very similar, and that's why we're in a one-point game.
That's right, 27-21 rebounds for BC. That should be no surprise. Nova Scotia's going to work hard. Darling can't pick up that third foul early here.
Darling is carrying 2 fouls, as is Tristan Hyde. And you're right, they need him in the game to do things like that.
Exactly. I said that he needs to take it to the hoop because he'll drop fouls or get layups. Bingo.
Karnik looks through the middle. Charles is back after taking a rest late in the first half. Long bomb doesn't connect.
Great box out by Tristan Hyde on Jones.
Kolpitz picks up the rebound and pushes it back to floor. Power. No surprise, they're looking for Darling. Leaves it outside for Hyde. Great rebound, Alex Carson. That will remain Nova Scotia ball.
Pardon me, earlier I said good box out on Jones. I meant good box out on Noah Charles, number 12, the big guy.
That's 6 rebounds now for Alex Carson. Rowan Power has 5. And Campbell Kolpitz at 5'11" also has 5 rebounds.
Sneaky, he's sneaky.
Darling, that one doesn't connect. Mavs Gillis had a chance to speak with the coaches at halftime. Mavs, what did you learn?
Yeah, I'm chatting with the British Columbia head coach, Rick Scoulet. He said, look, the key right now is elevation, because we have to elevate our game and we have to elevate our focus. Clearly, Nova Scotia's done that. We have to match them. And when I talked with the Nova Scotia head coach, Jared Timmons, it was quite simple. We got to put the ball in the basket and get some more secondary scoring. 9 of 37 from the floor. He says they're getting to the rim, but we need to get those points. Guys,
another huge three-pointer, this time from Alex Carson.
Jared Timmons has his prayers answered.
Mavs just finished talking about the shooting Timmons was looking for. And now up by 6 after trailing by 9. And now the crowd can become a factor here in the second half as well. McChesney outside, Dowell. He answers right back. How big is that for BC?
Great shot by Dowell, but you know, I'd rather have him take that shot from Nova Scotia than James Karnik in the paint.
Darling, he's feeling it. Darling up, fouled, after the line.
Nate Darling out of the gate here early in the second half. Taking it down the middle, drawing the foul, and using that touch, that sweet touch of his.
20 points already for Darling. Dowell. Charles, they're looking for Karnik underneath. What a job Carson has done on him all night. Outside. Whoa, big 3 from Pajayon.
Another one. He's impressing me. Nice stroke.
Kolpitz. Great pass underneath. Darling, second effort. Doesn't go. Hyde battling on the boards. Keeps it alive. Carson maybe gets away with a foul. Charles drives. Pushes off the power.
I think that was going to go in.
Darling Brings it back by himself. Good. Welcome to the Nate Darling Show, Nova Scotia. We did not see this from Darling Wednesday night. Had an off game. He's not off tonight. He's on. McChesney lays it in.
Well, that aggression, that passion and fire is what you're looking for from Nova Scotia. And Nate Darling certainly is answering that question.
Holtman's found himself in under the hoop. Couldn't hang on. Big Noah Charles. Number 12 for BC. Charles only with 2 points so far, and he has 2 fouls. Lambert, Pajayon, number 4. Karnick finds himself up high again. Pajayon, fouled by Colpitts.
And that time, BC went with their high-low offense with the big men outside, passing to one of the guards down on the baseline.
That's a second foul on Colpitts. Pajayon misses his first free throw of the night. But he is still 8 for 10 here in the tournament.
Good job, Chris.
Chase Tynes quickly on the attack. Tynes spin move! And that gets the crowd up here at the Hamburg Center. Pajayon. He's watched by Colpitts. McChesney. Pajayon. Charles. Pump fake. Dribble. Nice.
Nice move by Charles. That's why I'd love to see Nova Scotia pick up that third foul on him.
He's been a difference maker since coming back in the game. Speaking of difference makers, there's Alex Carson from Sackville High, where Coach Timmons is his coach. 2-pointer, long one for Carson.
Well, I want to tell you, that was smooth, too. He's got a sweet J.
7 points for Carson tonight, including 1 3-pointer. Noah Charles. Pajayon in for McChesney. McChesney's playing with 2 fouls as well. And that's going to be a foul against Carson, his second.
See, that's where the help defense has to come and go after that ball. Force him to get the ball out of his hands, make him kick it outside before he's able to pick up a foul or get a layup.
Winner of this game meets Ontario in tomorrow's final. The loser gets Quebec in the bronze medal game. Karnick is good on the first. Karnick keeps finding himself at the line. He's now 6 of 8 from the free throw line today. Tynes finds Darling, who gets a good look. Rebound underneath, picked up by Karnick. Pajayon quickly for McChesney. Outside. Lang has not been able to find it from the outside. Sweet feed underneath.
Nice assist, beautiful pass.
1-point game. Milner. Tynes picked that off, might have been going for Carson. Tynes fouled hard, and that will be Charles' 3rd foul.
Here you're going to see the previous play. Sweet feed right there. You and I would have knocked that one down, Chris.
That is the 3rd foul on Noah Charles, back the other way.
And Chase Tynes got a little bit of bad news from Coach Jared Timmons. He told him coming up the court, if you don't play better defense, you're coming out. So Chase responds by taking it right to the hoop.
And he's 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Carson can't handle it. Lang who has been stone cold today. No points on 7 attempts. Good hands by Milner. 11 on the shot clock now for BC.
That time BC had a double high screen, and it wasn't even used by the man with the ball. Switch. Nate Darling, ladies and gentlemen.
Turned over underneath, but then Darling just throws it away. Charles collides with Karnik. Okay, Nova Scotia arguing there should have been a shot clock violation, saying it should not have been reset. The answer was Darling had control and then turned it over, which I would agree with. You, Cecil?
Yes.
Absolutely. So then they blew the whistle, got it right, BC ball. Well, Nova Scotia kind of got what they wanted out of that. Tynes, 2-on-1. Milner, too far. Milner almost ran over the Eastling sign and the cameraman next to it.
Chase's intentions were good, but just a little bit, a step ahead of the pack.
Karnik has been finding himself on the outside often tonight. And another turnover for Lang. He's really struggling for BC, number 5. Darling, what a pass for Tynes. Oh, what a block by Karnik.
That's the length and the size of BC.
Lang for 3. He finally gets on the board.
Momentum has switched.
Tynes sees a lane, drives. Oh, Karnik is going to get called on the foul. That looked all ball to me, Cecil.
Chintzy.
This is the first block from Karnik.
Yeah, there was no question that was all ball. And just like Bill Russell, saved it in bounds and got the ball up court, and there's the result.
Chase Tynes at the free throw line one more time. Now 2 of 5.
Nova Scotia's going to have to capitalize on every free throw opportunity. You know this is going to be a tight one.
And the free throws so often the difference in these close games.
Playing to go to the gold medal game.
Wow. And only 13 minutes to get there. Tyrell Lang for Pajayon. Charles still in there with 3 fouls. Traveling call on McChesney, although he had turned it over to Chase Tynes anyhow, who would have been away on a fast break. What an even game this has been. Back and forth. No real margin for error. Darling, double team, kicks it back for Tynes. That's going to be a backcourt violation against Team Nova Scotia.
You know what? Team Nova Scotia needs to get Alex Carson back in this game. He's had a little bit of a blow. He's ready to come in now, and they need him. They need his length. They need his shooting to take the pressure off of Nate.
He's still breathing hard there on the bench.
I don't care. Get him in. How old is he?
2 personal fouls on the under-17 basketball player. And just as we cut away from him, he was getting up to run back to the sub table. Karnik. That's what you want if you're Nova Scotia. You want him dribbling at the top of the key.
That's right. That was good help by Chase.
Nothing there. Shot clock violation call. It'll be Nova Scotia ball.
And I'd be surprised if Kolpitz doesn't have a bloody nose, because Noah Charles just gave him a forearm. I'm telling you, he's an offensive lineman. He just gave him a forearm right to the chops.
Well, initially, I thought that was what the whistle was for. Another look here. Ooh, forearm shiver is right. That was textbook football forearm shiver right there. Rowan Power! Oh. Tristan Hyde.
Good follow, but he was too far underneath.
The J on. One more chance for Lang. Misses. Colpitts is fouled by Charles.
Yes.
That will be his fourth, pardon me. That is big. And he's still in the game. Coach Goulet has his hands on his head trying to figure out what he's going to do.
He's going to take him out. That's what he's going to do.
He's going to have to.
Although I would prefer he leaves him in.
Liam Power jumps up off the bench. He's going to check back in. We're supposed to be impartial, Cecil.
Yeah, goodness gracious, yeah. So you take out the 6'6" guy for another 6'6" guy.
Colpitts hits one. BC now also over the limit. (41-40) Team Nova Scotia. There's Charles on the bench.
A little irritated.
What a trap there by Team Nova Scotia. And they're going to get the call for possession. They trapped Tyrell Lang right in front of us. Okay. Look at the turnovers there on the screen. 10 for BC, 11 for Nova Scotia. Everything's been dead even.
Look at the size advantage that Nate Darling has. Post him up.
Colpitts for Darling. Darling drives. What a pass for Hyde. Holy chips and dip. Tristan Hyde with the finish.
Remember I said that the Nova Scotia Wings had to have their hands ready to receive the ball because Darling will make those kinds of passes.
McChesney. Oh, Karnick is wide open. And a huge block by Rowan Power.
Rowan Power giving up 4 inches block. James Karnick.
3 blocks for Carson. That's the second for Rowan Power.
Watch Power get up here. Perfect timing.
Here's the pass from Darling.
Darling drives down the lane. Sweet dish.
Long shot missed. And that's a foul underneath called on McChesney. 2 shots for Team Nova Scotia. That's 3 for McChesney. The big guy's getting in foul trouble for BC. And that's going to put Tristan Hyde on the line.
Got to capitalize.
Misses the first. Hyde is 1 for 3 now tonight. He's got 5 points. Three-point advantage for Nova Scotia late in the third quarter. We haven't seen much in the way of offense from Team BC thus far. This is supposed to be one of their big players, Dowell, but he's also been saddled to the bench for a while. Karnick, nowhere to go. Carson, traveling call on Karnick. We talked about Alex Carson for his offense coming into this one, Cecil. He's put on a defensive clinic.
Well, I said that they need his length out there. They really do. He's probably the tallest player that Nova Scotia has, and he's got to work awfully hard to defend against Karnick because Karnick is strong.
And he's only collected 2 fouls. He has 3 blocks, 6 rebounds. We're going to see what Coach Timmons and Coach Skin have to say.
Okay, as soon as you bring it up, Tristan, you're going to set it down screen for Nate, all right? Yep. Nate, when you come up Campbell, you're going to give it to him or handoff, whatever one, and you're going to cut through. Got that?
Nate's going handoff.
Yep, you guys got that? Nate, we want you to be pretty close to the 3, though, okay? Rowan,
watch your feet.
You're going to go set a down screen for Alex. Alex, you're going to come straight to the ball screen off of his down screen.
Right away, or you're going to tell me when to go?
We're going to tell you when to go.
We got 17 seconds. Listen to me.
You got that?
Am I going for am I screening so that Alex is going to be there when Nate gets it?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Listen, down here, okay, Good job on the defensive end. Keep stunting until he picks it up.
Yeah, that's what happened. He got scared.
Down here, it'll come. Okay, we're getting to the hoop. We're getting what we want. Let's go. Keep rolling. Let's go.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You got it.
1, 2, 3 family. Team Nova Scotia, with a lot of family in attendance, are looking to pull off a big win here against BC.
Well, I know most people probably don't realize the following, but this is an enormous possession. This could potentially put Nova Scotia up. I'm saying that because we're here in Halifax. That's the only reason why. Could potentially put Nova Scotia up by 5, maybe 6 points if Nate Garland's able to get off a 3.
Well, and you know what? If you look at the roster, the majority are from the Halifax area. Andrew Milner's from Antigonish. Carson doesn't get the 3. You could have heard a pin drop just then in the gymnasium. Running out of time does Pajayon. 43-40. Come back in 1 minute and see the exciting conclusions. Nova Scotia looks to play for gold tomorrow. Nate Darling, he's got 21 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds.
And he came out on fire here in the third quarter. There you see a layup. And there's a nice assist to Alex Carson. There you can see the drive. Boy, he's got some determined look on his face. And once again, taking it to the hoop. And the sweet pass right there, that's the play of the game to me. When you're setting up your teammates like that, you know, they would just love to play with guys who do that on a regular basis.
That helped Tristan Hyde get 2 of his 5 tonight. And we're underway here now in the fourth quarter. Tristan Matthews back in for BC. Another block by Carson.
And you know what? Nova Scotia just left Alex Carson alone on him that time. Notice nobody collapsed.
Traveling call on Keenan Dowell. 9 blocks for Team Nova Scotia, Cecil. I haven't seen that many blocks since I was a little kid playing in my playpen.
I would not have, if you had told me before the game that Nova Scotia was going to be the leading blocker in this game, I would have laughed at you.
Carson's been great. Turned over by Hyde. He just threw that one straight out of bounds.
And it's unfortunate because he had Nate coming wide open on the baseline with a smaller defender.
Rowan Power is getting ready to come back into the game, and he will on the next whistle. Pajayon gets it back. Not a lot of movement for BC here, Cecil. Traveling call.
That's a tough call. I think his pivot foot was stable.
Coach Goulet is giving it to Pajayon. He doesn't disagree with the travel, disagrees with the offensive play. He doesn't feel like his point guard's doing enough. Colpitz for Darling. And he is the darling of the fans tonight. That one doesn't connect, rebounded by Matthews. Pajayon. Lang feeds in for Dowell, who's double teamed. Dowell Left hook, nothing. Rebounded Darling.
Darling doing it all now.
Great pass for Tynes. Chase Tynes into the key. Ducks back for Rowan Power. Left-handed layup doesn't go. Rebound Matthews. Lang, too much, doesn't get it. Dowell appeared to be the last to touch that, but it will be BC ball.
Yeah, it was tipped out of bounds by Carson, I think.
Oh boy, I don't know. Timeout called on the floor. 43-40. Still the score, low scoring game. We'll go inside Coach Rich Goulet's huddle.
Note the efforts of a dedicated team. Our sincere thank you goes out to the hard
We're running
host committee,
45.
all Nova Scotia staff, administrators, officials.
You're throwing the ball in.
To make a great event like
right here. We've got our 4 guys right here. Lambert set the screen and come back out. Okay? So, hold it.
We're running 4, but we're swinging it around.
We're getting it out to the guy here. We're getting it to Lambert. And we got the screen over here. That's you setting a screen. And he's coming off that screen. And then you look into the post. Terrell! You want to run around so that you get the ball here, not up here.
Coach Goulet is not happy with his charges right now, Cecil.
Well, they haven't been able to score with any regularity whatsoever, but what he should be happy about is the fact that he's only down 3 points with 8 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the game.
And anything can happen with that much time remaining. Dowell set to inbound. Finds Lang. To Jayon. Dowell comes around for the 3. Rebounded by Chase Tynes. Power, rebounded Tynes.
Call the foul.
The foul's called. That basket won't count. But Power will go to the line. And that's a foul on the big man.
James Karnick.
James Karnick, his 3rd.
You can tell that Jared Timmons was listening to me earlier when I said that I would much prefer to see these guys take it to the hoop because you'll either get layups or draw fouls. Well, here comes Charles.
Well, you got no choice. Well, maybe a little early to pull that move, but he's going to have to be careful. He's carrying 4 fouls. But he's been the only one to score with much regularity today. He's got 6 points in limited floor time. Feeds it in for Karnick. Carson, I believe, is going to get that foul.
I think so.
He does. That's his 3rd. Karnick now 7 for 9 from the free throw line today. It's been great for a big man. 8 of 10.
Yeah, their other big man had a pretty nice stroke too from the free throw line.
Colpitts leaves for Darling. Big screen by Carson, opens up some room. Darling.
Wow. A little bit of English on that ball.
Oh man. A little bit of English. How about a dictionary full of English on that ball? Dowell, stutter step, underneath, Lang, blocked by Power. And Lang can't be going in there. He's had a lot of poor decisions today. You can't be going up against those big guys. 4 on Karnick. Well, that's going to go on Dowell, so Karnick catches a break there, I think.
Well, here's Nate. Once again, he's going to take it down the middle. And the right hand reverse